This is Tom Brady with Vintage American Realty. Today we're going to go over the forms that you would need for a listing, taking a listing. Now you might also have your CMA or anything with you, but these are the forms that you'll need for the listing. Okay, the first one is, and you should be familiar with this, a New York State disclosure form. Okay, and your name will be here, Vintage American Realty here. You'll check seller as, seller's agent, dual agency. We're not going to go over now. That's in the disclosure video. Okay, you'll write in the name of the seller or sellers. Check here, seller signature. They'll sign there and date it. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now you also need the fair housing form. Okay, this form is provided to me by, you'll put your name here, of Vintage American Realty here. Seller's name or names go here. They'll sign here, here. It'll be dated there. Okay, coming soon authorization, Vintage American Realty, Oakdale, owner's name, address. The MLS number you won't get until after you input the paperwork, so you'll fill everything else out except that. Listing date will be whatever day it's listed. On market day will be the date that it can start being shown. You can't show it before the market date. No one can show it before the on market date, okay? And that can be up to 14 days after you take the listing, okay? The owner's signature, date, your name, if there's a co-listing agent, their name, signature, and the date. Okay, lead paint disclosure. If the house is built before 1978, this needs to be filled out. Seller's name, property address, city, state, zip, phone. Okay, the seller will initial here and then check one of these two, known lead-based paint, known hazards, or the more common one, seller has no knowledge of lead-based paint. Then the seller will initial here. Seller has provided the purchase records, or the seller has no reports, which is the more common one. Okay, then if the house is going to go into contract, the purchaser will acknowledge, sign over here. You'll need the copy back with the purchaser's signature and the agent's initials and signature. Okay, you'll initial here, then the seller will sign and date, seller will sign and date, then you can sign and date. Okay, and then the purchaser would sign later on, and the agent, usually you'll attach this to the listing, so it's there. Okay, now we move on to the actual contract, exclusive right to sell agreement. This is legally binding. The owner's names go there, address here, Vintage American Realty, list price, the date you're going to start, the date the listing starts this date, it expires this date. Let's say made available for participants on, this will be the on market date. Okay, this is the total commission. Okay, you're not generally going to use that, the money one, unless it's a flat fee. You're not really going to do flat fees. Don't concern yourself with it. This will be probably 4%, 5%, and then you'll put here what seller's agents are always going to get 0 because there's vicarious liability, which I'm not going to go into, but you'll always put 0 for seller's agents, then whatever you're paying broker's agents and buyer's agents, and then between this and this is what's left for you, the owner initial there, okay? This is normally within 180 days over here, and what that is, if you show the house to somebody and they don't buy it, the listing expires. If that person buys it within whatever value is here, generally it's 180 days, then you would be due a commission. Okay, let's see. Listing broker is not authorized to place a for sale sign. You'll check one or the other. Listing broker is not authorized to use a lockbox. You'll check one of those. Owner does not give permission for the keys to be with cooperating brokers. Okay, rental property, generally they're not going to be for rent, but you could go through that. Let's see, let's scroll down to the 3-page thing. Owner's signature date, owner's signature date. You'll write your name in and sign and date. Okay, this is that the owner will initial that you explain to them the exclusive right to sell. That's that one. Now, residential property data section. This is the data. This is always yes. This just means that the broker inputted it. For years ago, the MLS would input it and they charge you a fee. Okay, this is where the MLS number will go, but again, you won't have the MLS number until you input all this, okay? So don't worry about that until it's input. Street number, street direction, like north, south, east, west, street name, street suffix, avenue, street, boulevard, whatever it is, the town, zip code. Don't put the zone you need to get. It'll come up usually populates automatically. If it doesn't, you can look at the other listings in the area and get the zone. Okay, put the zip code. Don't put the +4 because you will look strange. No one puts the +4, okay? Don't put that. Section area, if it is in a particular section and you think that enhances the listing, then you can put that. Cross street, just whatever street is next to it. If it's in a development, you can put that. You have to put the school district name, because anything with a star has to be put. So you need the school district name. School district number should populate when you put the school district name in on the MLS. Okay, district, section, block, lot, you don't have to put, but that'll be on the public record if you want to pull it up. Okay, is the corner property corner or not, cul-de-sac? These, if it doesn't have a star, you don't have to fill it out. Okay, so you would have to put waterfront, yes or no, water view, yes or no, adult community, yes or no. All right, so those are ones you'd have to put. Okay, listing price. Okay, now taxes without exemption. So you can go on, usually you can get the taxes from the town's website. Okay, and that would be without the star exemption. If there's additional village taxes, get that. And you do want to verify the taxes because they can be off by a lot. You can put this or not, taxes with basic star. It's a little different now that they give you the rebate. Okay, listing date, expiration date, and this should jive with the exclusive right to sell form. Style of the house, is it a colonial or ranch? How many rooms are there? How many bedrooms? How many full baths? How many half baths? Number of families, most of the time it's a one family out here. Is it detached? Almost all the houses are detached out here. Number of kitchen, eat-in kitchen, dining room. The dining room might be formal, and might be living room, dining room, a couple different things. Den, family room, yes or no. Office, yes or no. Attic, yes or no. Master bedroom on the first floor, yes or no. Let's see, what else do we have? Approximate square footage, if you have it, put it. Most people don't have it in Suffolk, they do in Nassau. You can get that in Nassau off My Nassau. Okay, basement, type of, is it finished or not? You can put, again, anything with a star has to be put. Anything without a star, you don't have to put. Wall-to-wall carpet, wood floors, yes or no. Approximate year built. New construction, yes or no. Okay, appearance, generally that's going to be poor, good, excellent, mint, diamond, new. This is the description of the floor plan, basically. So if you have a basement, full basement finish, first floor, bathroom, bedroom, whatever. Okay, construction might be usually frame, but could be different things. Garage, one attached, two attached, detached, one, two. Actually, the detached attached will go over here. Okay, driveway, is it a party driveway or private driveway? Does it have a deck? Does it have a patio? Does it have a porch? If it's a pool, is it has a pool? Yes, then it's in-ground, above ground, semi-in-ground. Sprinklers, tennis courts. For the sprinklers, you put the number of zones. Tennis court, lot square footage, you can get that off the public record for sure. Lot size, okay, let's go to page 2. Okay, this is important now. You have to pay attention. Is the stove included? Is a refrigerator included? Is a washer included? Is a dryer included? Is a dishwasher included? Say they don't have a dishwasher and you put yes, you might be liable to buy a dishwasher for them. I don't know. There might be some legal ramifications. So you have to pay attention, okay? Are they not including something? Are they taking the refrigerator with them? Then that's a no. Okay, so try and be accurate at that. Fuel, is it oil? Is it gas? Heat, is it forced hot air? Is it baseboard? How many heating zones? Is it a sewer? Yes or no? If it's a cesspool, then it's a no. Separate hot water heater, air conditioning, CAC or the number. CAC zones, if it has CAC. Water, is it private or public, a well or public? The green features, you can put them if you know them. The owner's last name, the status and showing number. If you want them to call you direct, put your number. If they're going to call showing time or something, put that number. Do you have an ownership stake in this? Does a broker and agent own it? Seller agency compensation, again, it's always going to be zero because of vicarious liability, okay? Buyer agency compensation, whatever you're paying out to buyer's agents. Broker agency, whatever you're paying out to broker's agents. Exclusions, this is if they have a chandelier they want to keep, something like that, you would put yes. Negotiate direct is pretty much always going to be no. If you had a flat fee listing, maybe they'd negotiate direct with the owner for that. Okay, occupancy, usually upon closing. Showing instruction, generally I put 24 hours requested. Lockbox, always put no, even if you have a lockbox, just for safety. Owner financing, yes or no. Remarks, directions, put some kind of directions, basic directions to the place, not CGPS. Property description, you'll write your nice words in there. This would be for the brokers up here, remarks. Make sure you don't put anything in the property description like a phone number of a mortgage broker or anything like that, you could get fined. Okay. Is it for rent? No. Okay. Broker open house, consumer open house. If you know those dates, you could put them in. If not, you could just edit the listing later and add them. Owner's signature, owner's address, owner's email address. Try and get a good email address, good phone number. So if you're on vacation or something and someone has to cover it for you, they can look it up on here. Okay, the date. Okay, obviously this would be Vintage American Realty, listing agent, co-listing agent. That's that one. Okay, now all those forms from agency disclosure, fair housing, coming soon, lead paint, exclusive right to sell, residential property data section are available to you on Instanet through Stratus. Okay, the next two aren't, they're office forms. Okay, now there's an important one. Offer presentation. You don't want someone knocking on the door and giving your owner an offer, so you'd fill this out, and it just basically says that all the offers have to go through the listing agent per the owner. Okay, so no one can present to the owner without you. Okay, and this is the owner information sheet. This is important because you'll need the information. Date, owner name, address, best phone number, second best MLS number. Notes of shows they have dogs, anything like that. Alarm code. Okay, the elementary school. You have to put the middle school and high school in the listing now. You don't have to put the elementary school. Do they have all the certificates of occupancy? You should do a FOIA request with the town and check yourself, but ask the owners. Do they have pets, instructions, alarms, instructions? Do they agree to have a sign installed? Do you need a permit? Do they have in-ground sprinklers? If you put the sign in, they have in-ground sprinklers, it can be a problem. Okay, owner signature, agent signature, any other notes. And that's it for the listing forms. If you went to a listing with these forms, you'd be good to go. Okay, thank you.